Hi everyone, and welcome, and happy Valentine's Day. Yep, today is Valentine's Day, and it happens to be my absolutely favorite holiday out of every other holiday that exists. Well, the reason why that I feel that is because when I was a little girl, my father celebrated Valentine's Day like some people would celebrate at Christmas. He adored Valentine's Day, and he would come home with the most, just overflowing with Valentine's Day gifts, with the red huge heart boxes of candy, with flowers, with stuffed animals, with whatever I was at the appropriate age, that gifts would be meaningful to me. And he never missed a beat. Every single Valentine's Day, my dad came home with these incredible gifts, but also just beaming and loving Valentine's Day and really celebrating me as his daughter. And even though I know some of you have probably listened to my videos about the way that I do grow up with really serious verbal abuse, but most of it, 99% of it, was really my mother, not my father. And some people have said that could be because my father really was celebrating me on Valentine's Day, not my mother. So that made it very special for me as well. I'm not sure what it made it for her. But, you know, it was a kind of screwed up family, we could say. But not that part. That Valentine's Day, from till I was really out of the house, up until the time I was about 18 years old, my father never missed a Valentine's Day big celebration. And so that's what I came out of my childhood with, really loving Valentine's Day, not exactly knowing what it was about, except that I have to say I felt very, very loved by my father, not because of the particular gifts, but because for him it was a day of really showing me how special I was to him. So you can imagine my boyfriends oftentimes were told more than once, particularly as we were getting close to February 14th, how important Valentine's Day was to me. So I think I was putting on quite a bit of pressure at times on these boyfriends, and some of the boyfriends understood, and yeah, they showed up good on Valentine's Day, and others, well, I don't think they quite got it. But lucky for me, I do have a husband that totally got it. Now, he never met my father because by the time I met my husband, my father had passed away. But I always told him about these incredible Valentine's Day celebrations that my dad made sure that we had. And so my husband definitely picked up the beat on it and has never missed a really fun Valentine's Day. Now, he does it very differently than my dad, and I love it. What he does is like Valentine's Day morning, before I get up, he has made homemade Valentines, and he's really, really creative and clever in what he does. I'm going to post those on Facebook and YouTube soon. And he hides them, so I never know where they are, but he'll tell me I have 8 of them and you have to find 8 of them. And they're so fun. And in fact, today what he did is he put little hearts along the floor, like a little path, like dropping birdseed, right? But like a path of where I could go possibly find my Valentines for that day. And anyway, it's so much fun. It really is for me. And then we always make a special dinner, and it's just such a special day. But as I was thinking about Valentine's Day, and I know for some people, you know, some people, if they're single, they're feeling very lonely. I mean, I know Valentine's Day, in terms of advertising and all the thing that's talked about, is always about couples, right? So if you're not a couple, you could feel like, well, then what is Valentine's Day? So that's sad, right? Or maybe you're just been widowed or divorced or whatever. So it seems around couples, right? Now, I'm not saying this is for everybody. I think some single people are perfectly okay and fine with it. But I think because it is such a commercialized couples kind of thing, that the part of Valentine's Day that I think is most important is really just the love. And that love is really gratitude for me. That's how I think of it. Like gratitude for your good friends, gratitude for some family, gratitude for whatever it is you have gratitude for, you know? Gratitude for just being alive, whatever that is. But as I've been thinking about Valentine's Day, and particularly this where we are right now with so many challenges, let's call it, for 2020, I think the most important thing right now for Valentine's Day would be to have self-love. I know we keep hearing about this, particularly in our spiritual community, how important self-love is, and no doubt it is, and yet most of us have trouble with it. We didn't grow up with this, right? In fact, if you had self-love, you were considered selfish, and you were considered it's all about you. But as we've now moved into a different arena, let's call it, spiritual-wise, I think we get that it's not selfish, but it is something we don't understand. I've had a lot of conversations with people about, well, what is self-love exactly? I mean, how do we never were taught how to self-love, or we don't even have models of it, really. So it's kind of a confusing idea, but we know it's on a heart level, we know it's important. And for me, what I think about self-love is it's really, again, just gratitude for all we've been through, and we're still here. Gratitude for the fact that we volunteered to drop into a human body, and when we are a light being, and having gratitude for what we're doing. It's not like a gratitude or a feeling of like, look what I've accomplished in life. It's not your resume, that's not what I'm saying. But it's a heartfelt sense of who you are. The times you've helped out a good friend, right? You've been there. The times that you've said the right thing to a person and helped them. Those are things that you have gratitude for. Bottom line is just being you, right? Just being exactly who you are is self-love. Now, it's going to take practice. I get it, because I go through the same thing. I don't exactly know on a very deep level how to experience self-love without feeling odd or selfish, or I don't know, like I have, like I want to read it out like a resume. So it's going to take us practice, but I think if we could start reframing Valentine's Day to be our own Valentine, basically. Be our own Valentine, whether with a partner or not. We need to be our own Valentine. So I've been looking at that very much in a deep way for myself, and really trying to get connected to that idea, and that Valentine's Day is a perfect day to remind me. We need to do this beyond Valentine's Day, right? We need to have self-love on an ongoing basis, but what about making that day of self-love, right? Just Valentine's Day is for self-love. So that could also mean doing something for yourself that you normally don't do. Getting a massage. Going for a hike or a walk in nature. Just chilling for the day. Making yourself a really yummy dinner, or picking up something that food-wise that you really like to pick up. All of those things are so available if we just take a look, right? Yeah. I mean, we could also share with maybe someone that we do know is lonely, and gather with that person on Valentine's Day. Maybe bring a really pretty Valentine card or some flowers, or, it always feels good to do a nice thing for somebody else, right? So that's gratitude, that's love, that's showing love. So yeah, we could have our self-love and then showing love for those that aren't partners, or just somebody that you know is possibly lonely. That would be a great way to celebrate. So I just wanted to really give a quick video on this because like I said, I so adore this holiday. And I also think that we need to reframe what it's really about and not have it so much just about couples. That's fine. I'm a couple. I want to keep it that way for in my life as long as I can. But that shouldn't be the focal point. I think the focal point is just plain love, gratitude, whatever it is that you're comfortable saying, self-love, doing something for someone that you know is feeling lonely, bringing them a card or flowers or whatever. I have a cousin that is great, and she sends us something special every Valentine's Day. We live in the same city, but she brings, or she sends it through the mail, and you never know what you're going to get. And today it was just a little postcard with an interesting little symbol on it, and then "Be my Valentine." And other times it's been a very clever, she's extremely creative, so very clever little things with the candies, the heart candies, you know, that all of that. And I look forward to that from her every year, and she does this every year. So it's that kind of thing that just says, hey, you know, I'm saying I love you today. I'm remembering you. Yeah, so it's that type of thing that can happen. So maybe we could all kind of have an agreement that on Valentine's Day, we're going to figure out a way to, one, make somebody else, or you don't make somebody happy, but to let them know that you're thinking of them by, like I said, you know, dropping off flowers, sending flowers, whatever it is. Just let somebody know, but before and foremost, self-love for ourselves. Yeah. That includes also buying ourselves flowers or a gift that we think we would like. I don't know. We all come with different ways that we'd like to express that. But do express it. That's what I'd say. Do express it, because it's such a cool holiday. Yeah. A holiday of love. Okay, guys. I hope this made sense, and I hope this helped somebody that maybe was struggling. And I wish you all a super, super happy Valentine's Day. Till next time, take care. Bye for now.